Hey everybody, it is Nathan Selove with a brand new series to my channel, Amusing Autism. So I already have a series on this channel in which I talk about having a service dog and funny stories associated with it, and I also have a series on this channel about autism advocacy. But I thought it would be fun to have a series on this channel in which I tell funny stories about my autism experiences. The point of this series is, one, to laugh at ourselves because autism often puts us in very amusing situations, and two, to hopefully tell stories that other people can relate to, so that other autistics know that you're not alone. So today I want to tell a story about the time that I almost got my dad fired. And this happened almost 20 years ago, and he is retired now, so he has given me permission to share this story. So you know how when you're younger, and adults are always telling you about the importance of telling the truth? Well, me being the autistic that I am, mistook the message of always tell the truth to mean always tell the truth. I know, silly me, it's not like they weren't clear. So my dad had this boss, and for the purposes of this video, we're not going to use his real name, so let's just call him definitely not Franklin, because his name isn't Franklin. And I don't want to get too much into the specifics, but my dad really did not like this boss, and he was constantly coming home complaining about how definitely not Franklin was a really crappy boss, and he was really mean and all of that. And so when I actually met him, he seemed really nice. And I guess what I didn't realize at the time was that just because a boss is mean to their employee doesn't mean that they're going to be mean to their 6 or 7-year-old son. But I didn't realize that. And I was really confused that this seemingly very nice and charismatic individual was the same guy that my dad had been talking about. And I was curious, so I may or may not have asked definitely not Franklin why he seems to be so nice to my dad. Because Dad had been telling me for quite a while that they did not have a great relationship. So yeah, I basically told my dad's boss, like, wow, you're not nearly as much of an ass as my dad said you were. Maybe not in those exact words, but that's basically what I said. And I also told him that I had pictured him to be like bald with hair on the sides for some reason. I don't know why I pictured him that way, but like, I pictured him that way. And I told him that. And this entire time, my brother and my mother are just trying to pull me away. They're freaking out. And of course, I did not pick up on that because they were trying to be subtle because, you know, definitely not Franklin was standing right there. But I didn't pick up on it. At one point, my dad tried to, like, you know, subtly put his hand over my mouth. And I was like, what the? Get your hand out of my mouth. Didn't like it when people did that. And my dad was not very happy with me. I got into a wee bit of trouble that day. And again, I was just like, you're always saying to tell the truth. See, autistics have a very all or nothing mindset. So when you're telling them to do something, you need to be really specific because they might do exactly what you told them to do. So thankfully my dad was not fired, but this became a family horror story. And at this point, because it's been almost 20 years and my dad's now retired, he and I decided that it's okay to go ahead and share it with the internet because hopefully this far removed, it's funny now. Well, that is today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a like, a share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel because it really does help us out. And if you want to see more of these videos, please leave a comment down below. And if you have any funny stories that you want to share down below, feel free to do that as well. And if you want to support the channel in other ways, support me on Patreon. And you will see me in the next one.